All right, everyone, I've got a good one for you today. We're going to talk about two doctors, supposed doctors in Ohio that were treating people. Come to find out, one of them wasn't technically a real doctor. And you guys will probably be as upset about this as I am. But you can find this story on Spectrum News, and I'm going to read it right from there because they have a good article here. It says, a former director of an Ohio memory loss clinic accused by dozens of patients of falsely diagnosing them with Alzheimer's disease has been sentenced on federal fraud charges along with her physician husband. Sherry Ann Jenkins received nearly 6 years in prison on Tuesday, while Oliver Jenkins got a 41-month sentence. The couple was convicted in March on conspiracy, mail fraud, wire fraud, and health care fraud charges after being indicted in May 2020. The U.S. Justice Department has said Sherry Ann Jenkins was not trained or licensed to provide any medical care, but presented herself as a doctor and billed patients for unneeded medical treatments. The indictment did not directly accuse the couple of falsely diagnosing her patients, but more than 60 people filed lawsuits beginning in 2017 that said Sherry Ann Jenkins lied and told them they had Alzheimer's or another form of dementia. The patients said they spent months undergoing treatment while planning out their final years, thinking they would die soon. Some quit their jobs or took one last special trip. One killed himself. Others said they had also considered suicide. The patients who sued the couple and the clinic resolved the cases out of court. Nearly all of those diagnosed by Sherry Ann Jenkins began seeing her after suffering traumatic brain injuries or worsening cognitive issues. Sherry Ann Jenkins operated the Toledo Clinic Cognitive Center through the Toledo Clinic, a multi-specialty medical center, for slightly more than 2 years, according to court records. She would diagnose and treat patients and order tests despite having no training or qualifications, prosecutors said. She also billed patients for treatments that weren't medically necessary, including memory exercises and using coconut oil to treat cognitive disorders. Her husband, an ear, nose, and throat doctor and a former partner in the Toledo clinic, signed off on the tests and was listed as the referring physician on billing, even though he was rarely at the clinic and never saw the patients, prosecutors have said. So that's the end of this article, but I wanted to talk about this case a little bit. Since it is just recently in the news and I haven't seen a whole lot of coverage about it, I wanted to make sure to do a video about this to get people's opinions on this. I mean, clearly the doctor and his wife were in the wrong. They shouldn't have been doing what they were doing. They knew they were in the wrong. Clearly, they affected many people's lives negatively. Especially, you have the one gentleman who killed himself and others who had thought about it. So I don't think that this is a question of whether they were right or wrong in what they did. I think this is a question of, does the punishment fit the crime? Sherry Ann got nearly 6 years. Oliver got 41-month sentence. They also, I read elsewhere, were made to pay restitutions, and it was like small amounts, like $15,000 and $25,000. I don't think that's enough restitution to pay. It's just crazy that these people affected so many lives and they're getting off with less than 4 years and 6 years. And I get it that, the people who were diagnosed incorrectly settled out of court, and that's their right, and that's their business, and that's what they chose to do. But I really wish that they wouldn't have, because these people, they need to be charged with more. And I don't know that they ever can be charged for anything else, or that they'll get more years out of this if more people come forward. I really don't know. But I desperately hope something comes up that they can get charged, more time. And I don't know, this really is sickening to me. Like it just, hits you to the core. I mean, we all have known someone that has had cognitive issues due to aging or whatnot, whether it's, a friend, a neighbor, close family, a grandparent. I mean, most of us know someone that's dealt with this, and it's a serious condition. And these people are just making a mockery out of it. And who knows what these people's actual diagnosis was, because they were being treated for something they didn't have. And if they had been treated for something they did have, maybe their prognosis would be better or outcome would be better. It's just sick. It's just absolutely sick. And the fact they got away with it for as long as they did is shocking. I mean, that's my opinion on it. I would like to know what you all think. Should they have gotten more time? What should have happened with them? If you were a victim or your loved one was a victim, would you have agreed to settle out of court, or would you have wanted to take it further? So, just leave your opinion in the comments section. I'm just curious to know what everyone thinks. And as always, like, share, and subscribe so you can get notified of future content. Thanks.